Well, we're getting some coffee going this morning here at Poinsett State Park as we're headed out on our way to Manatee Springs, which is in Florida. So I think it's like a 6-hour drive or something along those lines. As you can see, it's dark here right now. It is 7 o'clock in the morning. We're getting coffee going. We're going to eat something real quick, and we're going to get hitched up and get going because we have some errands to run on our way down because I was not smart and forgot some things that I needed to film down there. So we're actually going to Walmart to buy another GoPro, so that'll be fun. And yeah, so we got to deal with that and get there and get set up and kind of get our bearings. But this is going to be a fun trip. We probably won't show you a whole lot on the way down, just enough to tell you that we got there. I'm sure this episode will have something fun in it, which of course I'm sure you've already seen in the title, what we're doing tomorrow. Yeah, without further ado, let's get some coffee, eat some bagels. Kids still need to wake up, and let's get going.
A cool train station.
What state are we in now?
We made it to Florida.
We made it to Florida, so we're in the right place. Our experience in Georgia was a little bit short-lived, but never fear, there will be Georgia RV camping at the end of this series. So be sure you're subscribed and hit the notification bell. That way you'll see what we get to do in Georgia, because is it going to be exciting, do you think?
Some of it, I hope it's not exciting. We have to get from where we're going to be in Florida somehow through or around Atlanta to get to where we're going in Georgia. So let's hope for non-excitement on that part of the journey.
Yeah, but it's going to be worth it. In the meantime, though, do you want to tell them a little bit about Manatee Springs?
We're going to be staying at Manatee Springs State Park in Florida. It's a first magnitude spring, one of the biggest springs in Florida. And the hope is that with the cooler weather that we've been having, and even down in Florida that they've been having, that the manatees will have come up out of the river into the spring water to keep a little bit warmer. So hopefully we'll get to maybe snorkel and swim with some manatees. We'll have to see if we get lucky. We're going to be checking out another one of Florida's springs, Silver Springs or Rainbow Springs, maybe depending on how we're feeling that day. And then we're also going to drive down to Cedar Key and check out Cedar Key. It was devastated a couple years ago with one of the hurricanes that went through, but we're still hoping to go check it out, see what it's like, maybe find some seafood.
Cedar Key is tomorrow, right?
Yes, we're going to do Cedar Key tomorrow. We're trying to save the springs experiences for when it's sunnier. That way we can see the really beautiful clear water. So
yeah, Cedar Key will be what the remainder of this episode's about. But all in all, we're excited. It's only 55 degrees down here, though. I was hoping for a little warmer.
Yeah, well, it's cloudy today, so we'll see.
Right. We'll see you at Manatee Springs, hopefully in the next hour and a half or so. Well, what do you think of our site?
I like it. It's nice and big over here. I was just saying, it's level. First of all, we're perfectly level. This thing is really hard to get like perfectly level. It just never happens. And it's gravel, it's not sand.
we're camping with, I don't know if these are palm trees, I don't know what they are, but like, I don't think maybe when we were in South Carolina the first time, were there whatever these hickeys are?
And the first time, they were there at Poinsett too, but they weren't this big.
Well, anyhow, this is pretty cool with all the trees and the Spanish moss and stuff. Like, come on now. We do fit quite nicely. The slide coming out might be a bit of an issue, but I like it. Let's get the rest of this stuff all unhooked and undone so we can enjoy our evening here. We're going to grill some burgers. That's going to be what we're going to show you right in the near future here. Got the Weber grill. We got to get out and get some burgers going. That's our mission. So, friends, the bad thing about camping in January, even here in Florida where the weather is nice, is it gets dark at like 5:30, and here it is 6:30 and we're trying to cook dinner. And, you know, of course you can hardly see anything out here. But it is in the 60s, and like, it's awesome to be able to be out here in nothing but a long sleeve t-shirt and some jeans. This place is really awesome, and there's a lot here to explore, so you know, just kind of bear with us. I believe in the morning we're going to go over to the spring to see the manatees because we're told they're here, and then we're going to go over to somewhere on the Gulf Coast, which should be like a whole nother world compared to everything else we've been doing, so pretty stoked about it. But for now, let's see if these hamburgers are getting done here. Quick glimpse into what we were able to see every morning and even sometimes in the evenings while we were staying at Manatee Springs. This is why we camp at state parks, friends, is so that you can be close to the wildlife, close to the trails, and you know, just a stone's throw away from the camper, get to have experiences like these.
They are going on the water to train.
No, they're hunting for fish plankton.
Well, my friends, we have made it here to Cedar Key. I think I called it something else earlier, but Cedar Key, that's what this place is called. We're visiting today. Just kind of exploring the area, seeing what there is to see, and getting something seafoody to eat for probably an early dinner, late lunch type of deal. I think Rachel told you this area was devastated by a hurricane several years ago. And as you can see here, they're still in the process of kind of rebuilding. So maybe not as much to do here now as there would have been prior to, but still an interesting place nonetheless. Here on the Gulf Coast, I've never been over here on the Gulf Coast of Florida or the Gulf-like coast of any states. So yeah, new one for me, new one for the channel. Pretty cool spot. I did fly the drone around earlier. There is a lot of scenery here, but it's best seen from the air. There's some boat tours and stuff too around here, which I think would be cool to do. But all in all, it's kind of a beautiful day, and although it's low tide, so we're not going to go swimming, I don't think. Well, that, and it's not quite warm enough to swim. It's like right on the verge of being okay, but yeah, I think we're just, yeah, Rachel's pointing out a big bird. There's lots of big ugly birds here, so that's cool. But okay, we're gonna just kind of walk around, and we'll find something interesting to do and find something interesting to show you.
Press the backs of our hands together. It's still wet, so the ink should transfer. Meet me at the side door. We'll sneak on through the main floor. All night, let's take a shot. Keep moving and we won't get caught. Take the long way home. Tonight we're free to roam. Everything's gonna be alright. Just let go, enjoy the ride. To the top of the world tonight. We're never coming down. Never coming down.
As you can see here on this sign, September of 2024, the high water mark, I mean, it's almost as tall as me, so like 5 feet or so. And looking around, boy, you can see it. It ruined all these businesses here. One of these restaurants is actually the one we're going to go eat at, but they've got a new location somewhere. The damage is unreal, but just think about the Gulf Coast being, 5 feet above me standing here, and that's, I don't know, probably 20-some feet above where the water is currently, although this is low tide. So it's pretty crazy to think about, but it's a very pretty place. I think it'd be cool to maybe take a boat out to some of these other islands or something, or even to kayak out, but it looks close, but it's probably not all that close, and not something I want to get into today. But we do have plans to kayak though at Manatee Springs, so that's probably tomorrow or the next day, but it's going to be fun whenever we do that. But lots of people out here fishing and enjoying themselves. I don't know much about fishing in the ocean. So back in 1861, Florida was provided with the first cross-state railroad, and this here at Cedar Key was the terminus for the western side of it. It says eventually that railroad had some financial troubles, and it's no longer a thing, but still pretty cool. There was a sign over by the pier also talking about this being the western edge of it, so that's part of why this place was a boom town of sorts. Quite a lot of things here in Cedar Key are closed on Mondays, Tuesdays also. We chose to come here today because, quite honestly, the weather was kind of cloudy today, and we want to be able to see the springs tomorrow and the next day when it's sunny. But luckily for us, the restaurant we want to go to is open, and so we're going to get some fresh seafood here, which was the goal for coming over here. And then there's also a seafood market, which we will show you. They're open, and they have fish, which we're going to pick out and take back to the campground, and we're going to grill fish at some point, so that's always fun. We did that in South Carolina, got some fresh fish at a seafood market, this was years ago, and took it back to the camper and grilled it, so it always turns out good, and that's going to be the highlight as far as meals go. And I always like showing you guys cooking stuff and fresh fish from the Gulf is going to be something totally different. But we'll also show you the restaurant we're going to here in a bit. You know, it's amazing how quickly this town has sprung back from the hurricane just a little over a year ago. There was another high water mark we've seen, and here in the town it was still being over our heads, you know, so you can imagine all these shops and stuff being totally underwater. Yeah, so they've done a real good job of rebuilding.
These are the names of
It's nice that we can come here and support some local businesses today and just kind of see the sights. This was something that was on Rachel's bucket list, so here we are. But yeah, right there's the seafood market. Like I said, they got some great souvenirs and stuff in there too. We'll be buying some fresh fish here in a bit. Alright, so that place was excellent. 2nd Street Cafe. Steamers used to be located over there on the coast, where we're showing you. But their building was lost in the hurricane, so they are temporarily located back here. 2nd Street Cafe. I guess they're kind of like sharing a spot, but wow. Yeah, Rachel thinks maybe now it's permanent, but either way, it's fantastic. The clams I had, they were just as good as any clams I've ever had, if not better. And I've had some good clams in our travels. And that's one of the cool things as we explore the country in our RV. Like, we get to try some local foods at some various, like, restaurants and stuff. Try not to go to chain restaurants when you're out like this. Go see what the locals have to offer. But anyhow, Salty Seas Seafood Market.
Okay.
We're gonna get some fish here and take it back and make some fish tacos later, so
Well,
that's our goal here. My friends, welcome to Cedar Key Scrub State Park, which is just up the road from Cedar Key. Just kind of seen it on Apple Maps and thought, hey, let's go for a quick walk and maybe see what the terrain in here in Florida really is like, and see what things around Cedar Key are. Now, this is obviously inland from the key, but it's right on the coast, so let's see what this area has to offer. It looks like it might be kind of cool, so let's just kind of winging it and see what Florida has to offer. The goal for this expedition is to find alligators, but not to be eaten by them. So we chose a spot that was by water, and so far we've just found birds. It appears as though the alligators are not here, just a whole slew of birds. Florida's full of interesting birds, of which I know nothing about, so yeah, I can show you some cool birds, but I can't tell you what they are.